Good morning, everyone. Today we'll start chapter one types of sets. Today we'll start types of sets. Before I did sets introduction and exercise 1.1, you go and check it out previous videos. Today we'll start types of sets. Types of test sets are first is empty set. Empty set also we call it as null set or void set. Empty set we also call it as null set or void set. Empty set means a set which does not contains any element which does not contains any element is called as empty set or null set or void set. A set which does not contains any element is called as empty set. Empty set we also call it as null set or void set. Empty set we denoted by a symbol denoted by symbol curly empty braces or like this we denote this we call it as a pi. This we call it as pi. Like pi we denoted. Examples for empty set. For examples, see examples what we can take up. A empty set means we can write x. X is a even prime number greater than 2. X is a even prime number greater than 2. X is a even prime number greater than 2 means which numbers we will get up a great. In prime numbers only one even prime number is there, that is 2. Greater than 2 means no even prime number is there, so it is a empty set. Empty set or we can call it as a pi. Pi also we denote it as a empty set. Next if you take means x is a natural number less than 1. Natural number less than 1. Less than 1 natural numbers is nothing is there, so it will be a empty set or pi. So if you take next example, if x is a natural number, x is greater than 5, less than 6. In between number, which number is left over? Nothing number is left, so we can say it as a is a empty set. We can denote it as a curly braces or pi. This x is a natural number, x is greater than 5, x is less than 6 means natural number means in between numbers nothing is there, so we can say it is a empty set. So next we see finite set. Finite set. Finite set. Finite set means a set which is empty. A set which is empty or countable number of elements. Countable number of elements countable number of elements is called as finite set. Finite set. A set which is empty. If it is empty also we call it as a finite. Or countable number of elements is called as a finite set. If we take examples, for examples, if set A is equals to x is to x is a natural number, less than 100. X is a natural number less than 100 means we can count, right? So it is a finite set. Means in a roster form we will write 1, 2 up to less than 100 means 99. So it is called as a finite set. Next we see infinite set. Infinite set. Infinite set means a set which has uncountable number of elements, a set which has uncountable number of elements is called as an infinite set. Means, now if we take example, for example, set A is equals to x is a natural numbers. Natural numbers means in roster form I will write up 1, 2, 3 and so on. We don't know where it will end. So it we call it as uncountable numbers. We call it as a infinite set. Uncountable numbers we call it as a infinite set. Next we'll go for equal sets. Equal sets means two sets A and B are equal, said to be if every element of A is in B, and if every element of B is in A, and order of elements should be equal, same, then we call it as a equal. Two sets A and B are equal means what appa? Every element A is in B. If every element of B is in A, order of elements should be same. Means for example, if we take if A is equals to 1, 2, 3, if B is equals to 3, 2, 1, then here we can say A is equals to B. You should know that here order of elements does not matter in sets. Here also 1, 2, 3 is there, here also 3, 2, 1 is there. So we can write it as A, it will be equals to B. Number of elements are there 3 and 3. Here order also same. Order means number of elements. Next we will go for equivalent sets. Next is equivalent set. Equivalent sets means if two sets are equivalent, the number of elements should be equal. Number of elements should be equal in two sets, then we call it as it is called as equivalent sets. Equivalent sets means, see, the number of elements should be equal in two sets. Number of elements should be equal in two sets, then it is called as a equivalent set. Now for example, now if you take A set will be 1, 2, 3. B set and B set, it will be equals to A, B, C. Then we can say this both are equivalent sets. See, number of elements in A, how many elements are there? 3. Number of elements in B, how many are there? 3. If number of elements of A, it will be equals to number of elements of B, it will be equal means, then we call it as these are equivalent set. Equal sets means the elements also should be equal and number of elements should be equal. Equivalent set means number of elements should be equal, then we call it as a equivalent set. One note, always equal sets will be equivalent. Always equal sets will be equivalent sets. This you should remember. Always equivalent sets will be a equivalent sets. Always equal sets will be equivalent sets. Means equal sets means the number of elements should be same. Number of elements should be same and elements also it will be same. But in equivalent set, number of elements should be same. So if equal sets are there means equivalent sets condition will be satisfied there. So we call it as all equal sets will be, we can call it as equivalent sets. Next is singleton set. Singleton set. Singleton set means a set which contains only one element. A set which contains only one element. A set which contains only one element. A set which contains only one element is called as singleton set. A set which contains only one element is called as singleton set. For example, if you take example, a set which contains only one element is called as a singleton set. For example, if we take A is equals to X is a even prime number. Even prime number means what upper? X is 2. This 2 we call it as a, if it set which contains only one element we call it as singleton set. These are the types of sets. Next in next class we will start exercise 1.2. Next class we'll start exercise 1.2. Thank you.